All right, everyone. It is me, Shay Solstice. I am here going live with you guys for the new year. I have gone through a lot, and I want to catch everybody up on some of what's been going on. I did move. My mother did pass away. So I have a new room, a new studio set up. I have a lot of different and new and wonderful things happening. First off, I want to let you know that you can go to the website, solsticepsychicreadings.com, to book a reading with me exclusively. I do private readings that I send to you, and I also will do readings live with you on Zoom. Additionally, I do not send the request to do a reading with you through DM. I will interact with you in DM, or like I'll answer a question, but I'm not going to like try to sell you a product through a DM. That's not me. I don't do it on TikTok. I don't do it on Instagram. It's not me. So just beware of scammers. I am who I say I am. My name is Shay Solstice, and I'm here to just give you the information. So I was hoping to give some live YouTube readings as well as that very brief update. We're already a minute in, so let's get into some psychic predictions. Before I do that, man, I need a new table. I want to just explain that somewhere between 2023 and 2027, there will be another plague. There will be another illness that sweeps. So historically, what's happened is when this specific conjunction happens between the planets, it does overlap with things like Spanish flu and polio. And historically, it has played out that way. I will not get into that in this video, but I'm just letting you know that's the prediction for 2023 to 27. Additionally, when I am going into these readings, I'm going into it with the highest truth and the highest energy for everybody. So I'm hoping that does make sense. When I do see some disturbing things in the news, I automatically like want to just go out there and do a reading, but I don't want to be sensational. I don't want to be clickbaity. I just want to give the information as it is relevant. And if it's not relevant to the person's personal reading, I'm not going to discuss that. I'm just not going to. I try to keep the world as microcosm as possible and as relevant as can absolutely be. Additionally, I do see significant sweeps of death in addition to the illness. There will be a series of illnesses that take people in great quantities, in large quantities, in large numbers. Not like something we've never seen before, certainly, but certainly enough to be startling. Um, will the masks come back? I think that universally we're going to see more deaths as a consequence of we are choosing economic status and convenience over, I guess, health regulations in people's lives. And I can't say whether that's right or wrong, but at the same time, how can we be broke and not feed our families in exchange for an illness? If we know we're going to get sick, we'd rather just have everything financially in order so that when we do go, I don't know. I'm saying we, like everyone's listening to me. I'm just talking. All right, let's get a general idea of what January is going to bring with this very simple reading. Okay, we have the world, the sun, and Eight of Pentacles. A lot of people are laying groundwork for something prosperous in the long term. A lot of people are going to be hustling. 2023 is the year of the hustle. If you don't have more than one job, you will. If you haven't started your hobby as a side job, you will. I've been saying this since last year. The answer to your question, if you have a wish that you have not even started on committing to or towards like laying down a foundation, the answer is no. It's not going to happen because you haven't worked on it since last year. Those of you who have already laid down a lattice work and the framework for something that you are trying to do, you are in a good position to fulfill that. I don't perceive that persons who have been lazy or have not done the legwork to actually fulfill their wanted task will prosper. If you already did the work, it's going to work out. If you haven't done the work and you've been bullshitting this whole time, you're not going to fulfill it to the end in 2023. You will come close to where you want to be. You'll get halfway, but you won't fulfill it. And I just want to be as transparent as possible because laziness and sloth, if you are that person who has laid that foundation for that's the type of person that you want to be, then that's the type of energy you're bringing in. You're bringing in procrastination. You're bringing in things like, I can do it later. You're bringing in things like another opportunity will come by. But these people, places, and things, these opportunities, they don't always come by. They don't come more than once. Typically, if you're lucky, you might get to do it once in a lifetime. Does that make sense? Some of these opportunities are meant for you to have at that moment. And so, following your intuition or following the guidance of your reader or that elder that you trust or your trusted card reader, whoever it is that you're going to for advice, sometimes it's worth considering and rather than being trepidatious and not necessarily sitting on your ass, but it's not my recommended method. And the cards don't recommend it either because the answer is no. All right. So that's the summary for January. If you haven't started it, it's not going to be completed this year. You can continue to work on it, but it just won't pan. All right, let's take another look into love for January. The Star, the Empress, and the Three of Cups. You are opening opportunities for new love and for continued love and for renewal within the relationship if there has been stagnation. The Star is letting you know that it's time for self-love. Okay, it's time for you to put you first. Sorry, I should have did this before. It's time to put you first. Essentially, you have to be at the top of your pedestal. When you're going into these relationships, you have to have yourself, your own energy correct. Otherwise, you won't be able to fulfill the other person. And that's like an old adage, like you have to have love yourself first, right? So in a relationship, for example, I consistently say and remind people like, in my marriage, I put myself first because I can't pour from an empty cup. If you're a faith holding person or you are like, say, for example, a church going family, say, for example, you're a church going family, you would put God first in your marriage, correct? But the principle is the same that you cannot pour from an empty cup. All right, so we have the Star, strong water energy. That brings us to the Three of Cups, letting us know that partnerships are definitely a possibility. Of course, it's three, but again, it's that spiritual, emotional fulfillment. This is telling you to follow your gut. Okay. My dog is doing something. Lovely. Lovely. Come over here. Come over here, Lovely. Sit right here. If there's a video where my animals don't make an appearance, it's a dull day. Okay, so then I have another message here from the Empress. Okay, Empress is setting us free, liberating us, giving us more than enough reason to take advantage of that divine feminine, to feel free. It's no coincidence that it lays directly on top of our sun card from our previous section, right? So we have this wonderful, like heart-centered, heart-focused, endless possibilities. I know you lie, but a lot of 2022's a lot of 2022's energy is transmuting, of course, in the new year to energy of great planning. Maybe that's what I meant by side hustle. Like, there's going to be a lot of planning. There's going to be a lot of forethought. There's going to be a lot of, I don't even know what to call that. Forethought, plotting, scheming, getting those permits. There's going to be a lot of that. If you are ready to take your business to the next level, you certainly will be able to be successful to do so. Again, with love, it's going to be open to you. If you already are in love, your relationship, you have to put yourself first. And that's just it. Okay. Let's take a look at this next recommended field here. What does this feel like? Let's look at issues to avoid. Hmm. I'm getting a lot of don't let people throwing off your game. For people living in a toxic work environment or living with toxic roommates, please leave. Please move. I actually just spoke to somebody about this yesterday. Please leave. You have to make things a reality. If you need courage to take charge of your own situation and put yourself first, this is me giving you permission to do so. Please leave. Please save money. Please borrow money. Please get a second job to pay back the money that you borrowed. And then some. You have to really manifest this. You have to actually plan. And it might mean moving, like not just moving to the other side of town. It might mean moving. The moon. You have gut feelings and are being shown messages in very subliminal ways. People are being very sneaky. Please avoid them. And again, this is someone that you live with. I'm not sure how many people are in this situation, but it must be quite a few of you if you're seeing this, and this is the card I'm getting. Two of Pentacles. Okay, balance, decision, forethought. Again, lots of planning. Nothing is happening without a plan, but you're going to make the decision very decisively, and I pray very quickly. I really do think so. Um, so that is a very short and sweet prediction for 2023 for the very beginning. The rest of the zodiac signs I will be making separate videos for you guys, but that's just I have no one watching this live, but I just make the content because it's wanted, it's deliverable, and the information is here. I would like to also go into very quickly rituals, and I'll discuss that very briefly now. When you are, maybe I should make the spell work a separate video, but um, when you are, for example, writing a letter to Santa for things that you want, that's a petition. Like that's a magical petition for things that you want to manifest, and you're sending it to Saint Nicholas. Think it's ritual. When you put out milk and cookies for Santa, that's an offering. That's an altar. That's an offering to Santa. At least in the United States, this is what we do. Right? We put out milk and cookies for Santa to come to our home to be recognized for that. You know, we've done all the things, we did everything all year, and this is our final petition to please bring us as children the things that we have asked for, correct? I'm Puerto Rican, so we also have Tres Reyes, which is the three kings. This is a feature of, I guess, the Iberian Peninsula, where the three wise men who gave Jesus gifts, they give us gifts as well. So we will, in Puerto Rico, we will put out some straw and some hay and some little snacks for the camels as well as the three kings. And in return, they will leave us little snackies or like put stuff in our shoes. I think there is like a goblin tradition somewhere. I can't remember, but there's like little goblins and they put candies in your shoes. I forget what tradition that is, but you see what I'm saying? Like by putting the altar space out there, you're putting it out there to receive something in exchange. So by giving Santa milk and cookies, by giving the camels their straw, you are putting an offering out there for something in return. And people do these things, they don't even realize like they're doing magic. But that's the difference between being mundane and being awake. And it gives, I have a job, so it gives me employment. So again, if you want to book a private reading with me, you absolutely can. I'm about to jump on TikTok and see if it's still even happening. It might be banned, I'm not too sure. But again, I only go through my website, which is Solstice Psychic Readings. Let me actually put that website here so that when it plays back, and eventually I will have like some type of schedule where like I tell people I'm going to go live, but I was just putting this out there just to be somebody and do something. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Happy New Year.